Alright, hello everybody. Hello. I'm trying to calm down to not be as mad. Because I've been screwed over a lot with this match. Preferably with people, jetting me mons, just this entire season. Getting, EVs wrong, IVs wrong, movesets wrong, PP max wrong. Pretty irritating, so I think from now on, what I'm going to do is... Because the only way you can actually start genning your own shit is by hacking it. And I did have... it's essentially a hard and long process to do, but yeah, so if anything's wrong, it's not my fault, but hey, outside of place, outside of that, I can make it wrong. But we're gonna be fighting Leo this week. I'm gonna send him this ballot challenge right now, and it is gonna be a very tough match this week, like a really tough match this week. I'm hoping nothing else goes wrong. I really hope to God this recording doesn't go wrong, and I really hope to God that nothing else goes wrong, because it has been just a wrong day today. So I'm trying not to go into matches like either nervous or like mad or stressed out, but yeah, we're fighting Leo. We're definitely fighting Leo, and he took out Miguel. Oh my goodness, bro, today is just an ass day. Like, now my cords are tangled and shit like that. What an ass day. All right, okay. So yeah, essentially he took out Leo. Or he took out Leo. I can't even talk today. I'm sorry, guys. If you came for something professional, well, it's definitely not here. But we're battling Leo, and his Clefables is really threatening to me. Victini, Terrakion are also threatening because they pop through my team. I do have multiple checks with Terrakion, but Victini is a scary one. He most definitely is a scary one. And we're just gonna find out his moves. Talking about my team, you guys really can't see it. Well, I guess you can't, because I don't do bottom screen. But we're just gonna bring in my team. I'm gonna see how I do. This Lopunny, I had to triple check multiple times because it's so obnoxious to gen one of these. Because first off, when your geners screw up and you just sat there for like 30 minutes remaking it angry or happy, it sucks. It takes a lot of time and it sucks. So, whew. We're gonna go into it right now. Yeah, we're gonna see how we do. His Clefable is very scary, and you're probably thinking, oh, you're crazy for bringing two fighting types. I was gonna bring in both Lopunny and Virizion, but he didn't bring Victini at all. He did bring Swallow like I expected. The only Pokemon that I actually didn't expect him to bring was a Skuntank, but then I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't bring Skuntank because of the, how do I say, he brought Skuntank, just to pursue trap my Hoopa. I know that he brought that for. So, what's going to be tough to deal with is the Swallow. Terrakion I have answers to, but Terrakion is still scary. Druddigon, I know it's rough skin Rocky Helmet because he brought that. He brought the Druddigon. He brought the Druddigon preferably for my Lopunny, because the best way to stop Lopunny is to take chip damage off on it or bulky stuff. He didn't even bring anybody, or he didn't bring the Mega Blasters at all, which I did expect as well, since I can take on Choice Band and Azumarill. So far, it doesn't look like he has a single switch down outside of Shaman to Choice Band and Azumarill's Waterfall. Let me see. Swallow, Druddigon, and Skuntank. It's a good thing that I'm very well knowledge within these tiers. He doesn't have Victini, so I'm actually very safe to lead off with Zapdos. Had he had Victini, it would have been a little threatening. Choice Band Victini does run a house through my team. I don't lose anything now leading out with the Zapdos. Possible lead on him, I think his rocker is more than likely going to be the Druddigon, and the Scarf Terrakion might be a thing there too. I do outspeed max speed Swallow with my Lopunny, so I'm okay with that, unless of course my Jenner fucked up. Well then, fuck him. But until then, we're just going to go into the match now. Possible threats, again, the Clefable is going to be very threatening if I do lose my Zapdos early on. I did bring Iron Tail Lopunny, and on Showdown I tested out multiple times Gungshot like Kecleon, and what sucks about that too is he leads off with the fucking Clefable. Okay, so instantly what I'm gonna do is, I think what I want to do here is I want to just click Roar turn 1, because if he Calm Minds turn 1, he actually literally can just sweep my team. So it's pretty scary with that. I don't lose anything by roaring turn 1. The only thing that I could possibly lose is bringing in the Terrakion. If he's Choice Band Terrakion, that could be a little problematic. But for now, we're going to find out what his playstyle really is. And I don't lose anything clicking Roar. Sure, I could Wolf Switch as well, but I really don't lose anything clicking Roar. And I'm glad that I brought him Power Ice on his Zapdos as well, because I knew for a fact that he would bring Druddigon. I knew that he would, in order to chip down and slow down my Lopunny, Rough Skin, Rocky Helmet, Dragon Tail as well from setup, and he learns Glare. So Druddigon is a very good check to Lopunny. So at least in this format, because it's counter team. So I guess the best thing that I can do here is just click Roar. I don't know what this Clefable is, but I know that it's probably going to be some type of Calm Mindset, as he does instantly go for the Moonblast turn 1. I don't know what he expected there. I'm just going to go for the Roar. I don't lose anything there. Maybe I should have just gone for a Volt Switch, but I'm going to be bringing out the Terrakion. Why did I think something in the back of my head had a... I really felt like something in the back of my head... I felt like something in the back of my head was telling me that if I'm going to roar him out into Terrakion. I was hoping Shaman, but I guess we'll find out right now what Terrakion he is. I'm going to go right to Slowking. If he's like some sub-Swords Dance Terrakion, that is going to be ferociously terrifying. Because right now, if he says, what's up, my Slowking switch in right now, he gets 1 free SB as I break the sub. But the only thing I think he could potentially kill me with is Stone Edge. And even that, I think has a chance to kill, like 80 to 100. So we're gonna find out what the thing is. He did Moonblast turn 1, so that was interesting enough. I should write that down. That's gonna be doing the more damage. He looks. I don't know what that. I really can't tell what that is. Might be Choice Banded, but that got the higher roll of the end. He got the higher. How did I put this? A high roll is essentially what he got. Now, what I could do here is find out and see if he's scarfed or locked in. I don't know if he's locked in. I saw how Leo played against Miguel, and you know he simply just predicted him hella. Like, he was going hard. So I don't know if he's locked in right now. I didn't see anything. He could easily be Focus Sash. Yeah, he could easily be Focus Sash Terrakion. What I want to do here is just go out into my Virizion right here. I have Regenerators. That's a nice thing about it. He could also miss as well, but I don't know what he is. Looking at this damage right here, we're gonna actually calc up and see what this is right now, because from I can tell you from my experience, Scarf Terrakion is doing, what is it? With Stone Edge doing 38 to 41. That's Scarf Terrakion. So he's definitely not Scarfed, and Choice Banded is doing over half, which I'm guessing he is Choice Banded, so I know he's locked in on that. So I am safe to just go out to Virizion right now, which, from the looks of it, that Stone Edge still hurts like a bitch. And that's resisted. Choice Banded Terrakion, man! I think my play here, I have to stay in and unfortunately let this thing go down. Because, I mean, it's nice. It would be nice to keep around, but it's gonna suck. I have to take a roll right here. Hacks, and there it is. He took that risk, and I got the reward from it. And I didn't get a burn. No burn. Okay, so this is very, 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 very scary here. From the percent of where I'm at right now, I think I'm actually at 51%. 51%, 50% spot on, and I am at 50% spot on, which he guaranteed kills me still. He doesn't lose anything going for it. He could even miss, and I don't think he wants to take the risk here and lose a Terrakion this early within the game. He's a Choice Banded Terrakion, seeing from this damage. It's a good thing that we did look that up to find out what he is, but losing his Terrakion this early is going to be huge. Like, that's going to be massive, and I'm max HP, max defense, and he's doing that much damage to me. Like, he does 52 min, so it guaranteed killed me if it touches me right now on contact. And I didn't bring Slack off at all. I didn't. You know what I should have actually done there is, like, I could have Trick Room, but it wouldn't have mattered, because I did bring Trick Room, but it wouldn't have mattered whatsoever at all. And knowing Leo, he can be a very aggressive player, but I don't know if he wants to take this risk or not. Going for Scald right now, I think he may just want to go out into the Shaman. But again, Scald is my best bet right now, unless of course Ice Beam, which is doing 20. No, that's not enough. That's not what I want. It's not exactly what I want at all. Because I still have the chance to burn the Shaman. I wish I would have burned this Terrakion, but that would have sucked to have missed and gotten a burn. I think I have to go with the safe bet right now and just go for the Scald, and he's gonna try and go for it again, and he will land it, and this should kill. Yep. So that just again confirms so much that, you know, confirms a lot, actually. That legitimately confirms a lot right there. He's banded Terrakion, So he's killing everything on the... Everything. Literally everything. My play right here is to go out into Lopunny, but what's more than likely going to happen is he's probably, first off, for starters, had Thunder Punch in his Druddigon. He has a lot of pressure momentum right now. I wish that he actually would have missed that Stone Edge. That way that I would have been able to, you know, a miss or a burn would have been nice. Sure, it's crazy of me to ask for hacks like that, but then again, this game is built up off it. 50% experience, 50% hacks, so... My only option maybe might be here is to go for the speed tie with the Virizion. Because if I go with the Virizion, his switches of Virizion is really only the Clefable. And knowing Leo, he would not start setting up on it. If anything, he would just go for a Moonblast. So maybe I should just go to Virizion, but my play right now is also, it's Virizion or Lopunny. Because if I go Lopunny and I fake out, then I outspeed. But he goes to Druddigon on my fake out because he will preserve this thing. If I go to the Virizion, essentially he's swapping out either way. And then if I go out into my Azumarill, he's going out to Shaman. Or he could just stay in. So, see, if I go out to Azumarill, he may have some mind games there. But if anything, I'm just going to have to play it safe. I'm just going to have to go right out to Lopunny. Even if he does go out to the Druddigon, it looks like he's going to have to go out to the Druddigon. Which is going to suck, but yeah, he might even be, from looking at his spread too, he might actually even be Choice Band Quick Attack as well. So letting this thing live is going to be very problematic indeed. It's going to be very problematic. We're not out of the match yet, because if anybody needed to die, it was the Slow King. But we're okay, we're fine. We're definitely fine. If anything, I'm just going to go for a fake out. I'm going to Mega Evolve and just go for the fake out. Sure, you could come out into the Druddigon. I really can't touch that since I don't have Ice Punch and I have the chance to miss High Jump Kick. But I still have Frustration, so I'm going to have to watch out for that. I'm just going to Mega Evolve and go for the fake out. See if he wants to stay in, but knowing Leo, he is going to swap out right here and he's going to go right out to the Druddigon. He doesn't lose anything doing that. He goes out into the Clefable instead. I don't really know why he did this play right here. I guess it's because he, relies more on the Clefable and didn't want the Druddigon taking any bit of damage. He might even be offensive Druddigon if he didn't go out into this. Looking at that, yeah, I think he might just be the 172-80. Standard Clef. I could stay in here because I do live a Moonblast, but there is literally no point of me doing that. Like, there is literally no point of me in doing that at all. So if anything, I'm just going to go out right now out into LeBron James, which is the Kecleon. I'm going to have to go out into this guy right here, and I'm going to have to just, you know, I guess go out into it, because Gunk Shot is illegal. I thought this entire time that he learned Gunk Shot. I guess not. I guess not. I'm going to have to go right out into the Kecleon, though. The nice thing about the Terrakion is he's literally now in range to where I'm almost positive Frustration just takes him out from the range that he's in. So I won't have to worry about it all. Which, yep, 29 to 34. So yeah, the Terrakion is now down to a range to, yeah, where he does die. But I'm going to swap out of here and go into my Kecleon. And I'm going to see what he wants to do. Knowing Leo, that's a very free Calm Mind. I've revealed the Roar. He's going to go for the Thunder Wave. So he's going to reveal Thunder Wave. I don't mind if the thing is paralyzed. I really don't, because it's already slow enough. So I just don't mind if the thing is paralyzed at all. I put Shaman on here twice. Wow. I should put CB. The only move he's revealed so far is Stone Edge, but I'm guessing it's Terrakion. It's pretty straightforward what these moves are going to be sometimes. If anything, am just going to go for the Iron Tail. I don't know if he wants to just stay in here and get something off. Like at this point right now, he could even go out to Druddigon, but I'm just going to go for the Iron Tail, see what he wants to do here. And he is going to swap out. And he's going to be going out into the Damien, which is going to be the Druddigon. Unfortunately, now I've just now revealed my Iron Tail. Am I going to land this or not? I am going to land it. Cool. So that's a decent damage that I actually got on this boy. God damn! God damn! I just revealed hella good damage off on this guy. I don't know what type of Druddigon set that is based off that damage. I'm assuming he may not be the defensive set looking at that roll. We're gonna find out right this second. We're actually gonna find out literally right this second. Is what I'm gonna see. because I don't lose anything calcing it up. You know, I just feel a little bit more confident. I did do a lot of calcs prior to this, but you know, we're gonna see right now because I know Druddigon and I know what he does, and I definitely don't think that. I did like, yeah, no, if he was offensive, that would have done like, I think he's defensive, yeah, because had he been offensive, that would have done a little bit more damage. Essentially, he can't like one-shot me. Well, I mean, he can't one-shot me maybe from this roll or from this range. Like, the thing is, what's interesting about this guy is I think he just wants to get off. Yeah, I think what he wants to do here is just get off these rocks. I'm just gonna go out to Zapdos. He is rough skin and rocky helmet like I expected, but I got a lot of damage off on him, and I'm pretty sure if we check it up that he might even be within the range that I want him to be at. If he goes for outrage here, it could be scary, but I don't think he is because I have an Azumarill and he just puts up the rocks, so he's safe to do that. Now, what sucks about this is I don't have anybody to remove hazards. I just decided to not go with that this week. I think what I want to do here, though, is knowing Leo, he wants to keep this thing around, and his play here is to just go to Shaman. If anything, he can go to Shaman right now, he can go to Clefable right now. If anything, I just want to click Volt Switch. He could even go to the Terrakion and sack that thing off to then get more momentum. Okay, so we're gonna have to look at this right now because knowing him, I feel, because I just Leo's playstyle from what I've seen, because low-key, I'm kind of a fan, Leo. I've been watching for years. Knowing Leo, I don't think his play right now is even to just let this thing stay in. If anything, he'll more than likely just go out into the, he'll definitely more than likely go out right now to the Shaman, if anything. Probably let go of the Terrakion, you know. I don't think I lose anything going for Hidden Power Ice. I mean, he doesn't really have like an ice switch in, if anything, so this Clefable, but I could just Volt Switch on the Clefable as well, and I don't really lose anything going for that. So, I mean, the only thing that could be scary about that is if he does bring out the Terrakion, if anything like that. So, I have two options here, to Volt Switch or Hidden Power Ice, and I think what I'm going to do here is Volt Switch. I don't think I'm going to regret it. Him staying in just seems a little crazy, as he does stay in. Wow. So maybe I should have just gone there for Hidden Power Ice. This was my switch in to, like, to the fucking, okay. So, no, I shouldn't have done that. That was just dumb to do, but I did it anyway. I just Volt Switch. Now it's gonna have to come to the point now to where I'm gonna have to let something go. The LeBron James Kecleon is like my switch in to the Clefable. So Hidden Power Ice is my play because I didn't really lose anything going for Hidden Power Ice, but for some reason he stayed in. He has rocks up, so he's revealed rocks and rough skin rocky helmet. Dragon Claw maybe, but no, not even. I mean, he could go for a Thunder Punch here. At this point, I don't know what he wants to do. I just don't know what he wants to do. So I could go out to a Azumarill, but I feel like he'll Gunk Shot. Yeah, I feel like he'll definitely more than likely Gunk Shot. So it sucks that I just did a poor play right there. There was no reason for me to click Volt Switch. I'm way too aggressive. I gotta slow it down here, so. Whew! I almost clicked that off as wiping something off my screen. I think I'm gonna have to go out into the Kecleon here, even though the Kecleon does not have the world's greatest defense, but it looks like I'm just gonna have to go out to the Kecleon. He's really, if anything, if I needed to let go right now, it would be him. Sure, he's my Clefable switch in, but I still have Roar on the Zapdos, and I have a Choice Band to the Azumarill. So, unfortunately, it sucks that I had to do this, but I have to do this, as he does reveal the Toxic. So maybe in the long run, that wasn't a bad play there. Maybe in the long run, he did just reveal Toxic, so he proves more and more to be defensive. So, Stealth, Rocks, Toxic. I'm thinking maybe his last moves then is Thunder Punch and Dragon Claw, maybe. But he did just reveal that. He did. I could be doing a lot of weird swaps here, which doesn't make any sense to me, as it probably doesn't make sense to him either. I saw the Iron Tail damage and how much it did to him. Knowing him, I don't think he wants to go for the Dragon Claw, just because of the, just because of the, I'm just gonna click it. I'm just gonna click Drain Punch here, so I don't miss anything. He's gonna click Dragon Claw just because that might actually take me out. as it does not. And of course I'm paralyzed! I guess that does make up though. That does make up. If anything, I'm just gonna have to go for... I want to say a Shadow Sneak. I don't lose anything going for Shadow Sneak. Sure, he could come out. I mean, he could definitely come out right now, out into... He could definitely right now just come out into the Swallow or Skuntank, if anything, but he knows priorities coming here. I lose nothing really going for it. So, it sucks that I was able to get Parahacks there and it ended up coming through, but unfortunately I'm just going to have to deal with it. Yep, I'm just going to have to deal with that. So, Rough Skin Rakiyama is more than likely just going to take me out with the combination, or just Rough Skin. So, I've already lost 2 mons. I've killed nothing on his side. He's revealed the Dragon Claw. On max speed is Azumarill. And looking at his team, he doesn't have a single choice banded player to switch in. So, if anything, he could just let this thing go. That's the crazy thing. You could just let that thing go. I'm going to have to go with this. I'm just going to have to go with my gut here and just go out into Azumarill. He may have put enough speed investments to where he's going to outspeed the Azumarill, and he may have actually just slapped on Gunk Shot within that. But I'm just going to go out to Zapdos now, and I'm just going to click Hidden Power Ice, which I should have initially done. But I'm just taking the pace way too fast right now. Like, I'm taking it way too fast right now, so... I'm just not going to think too deep of it. I'm just going to get him Power Ice. He's sure he may want to keep the thing around for the Lopunny, but if anything, I'm just going to go for it. He stayed in here trying to cripple the Zapdos, so Zapdos seems to be a threat to him because it's also one of those mons where it's like completely disabling him from spamming close combat. So, yeah, I'm just going to go for Hidden Power Ice here. He did it for the Dragon Claw as well. I've already lost 2 mons, and he has a complete 6, but he essentially... has 2 mons that are half dead as well. Basically around 30% is from what it's looking like. Maybe even 25, but I'm just going to be able to take out this Druddigon right now. I love Druddigon so much. I'm actually glad that he drafted it. Like, I actually low-key wish that more people would use Druddigon, but we try. But yeah, I'm just going to go for Hidden Power Ice here. Because once Swallow goes down, there isn't anything on his... Well, actually, so far as of right now, nothing outspeeds the Lopunny on my team right now. So, if all else works out properly and the Terrakion goes down, as well as the Druddigon, 2 things that have been crippled down, it may look bad right now, but essentially, it's Lopunny City, and it looks like he's just going to let it go. I don't know if it kills or not, as it's Hidden Power Ice. Of course, it's going to kill. So, the Druddigon is gone. Haha, funny. As he actually has a very free switch right now out into the Terrakion. He could just simply go out into this right now. I don't want to lose Zapdos because it's nice to keep around just for Shaman. Because Shaman could be a little annoying. It's also nice to keep around for the Clefable. If anything, I could be extremely bold right now and I could go for this roll where he could miss the Stone Edge and just stay in right now and click Volt Switch, or I'd have to go out into somebody. 2 options right now, because this Zapdos is going to be doing a considerable amount of walling, both to the Shaman, Clefable, which you can see did little to no nothing as well. Well, I wouldn't say little to nothing, but it doesn't do much to it. I can roar it out if he tries to Calm Mind as well, and because right now it's looking more and more like his Clefable can go to town, since I've lost not only my Kecleon, but as well as the... This is going to be interesting here, what I could do. I'm going to have to play around with RNG. Because sure, I could just right now, just go out right now into the Virizion, but there's a speed tie within that, and he does about like 50% to me. Which, I'm going to see if that is the case, and that's worth it. Because in the long run, Virizion also is a very... big threat to him as well. To which Choice Band's tone is just 49 minimum. Good God! That is just annoying. He's just way too powerful. I'm gonna have to go with rolls. I have to go with RNG. It's the best thing that I can do right now. Sure, I could just go out into Virizion, but nope, and he does go for the close combat. Leo over predicting there. My Zapdos is as good as dead, but unfortunately, or fortunately enough though, it is able to take out the Terrakion. So that is great. He over-predicted there and predicted me to go out more than likely out into the Virizion. So huge play right there. I can leave the Zapdos now for Death Fodder later on. But looking at Leo's team right now, he again has no switch into a choice banded. Play rough. I think I have two options here. Either go out to Lopunny right now, but if I go out to Lopunny, he will more than likely bring out the Clefable. I don't know yet if he's Scarf Swallow. He could be Scarf Swallow, because as of right now, he has nothing on his team that outspeeds my Lopunny. So there's no real way to find out if he's Scarf Swallow or not, because Swallow does naturally outspeed the Virizion. So I don't know if he's Scarf Swallow or not. But once the Shaman goes down, he literally has nothing, absolutely nothing that comes in on the Aqua Jet, or that will appreciate, I guess, a choice band on Aqua Jet. It's Clefable still, but Swallow and Skuntank will not. So from the looks of it right now, I have a few options that I could do here. If I go out to Virizion, it's going to bring out the Swallow, and I guess what I could do with that then is sack. How about this? Let's do that, because if I go out to Virizion, it could take a Moonblast from my Clef if I get a free SD and go to town then, but that's if we take out the Swallow. I'm not going to think too long run into it. I'm going to go out to Virizion to bait out the Swallow and then go out into the Zapdos to let that thing go to see exactly what he wants to do. If I don't see the guts, he's Scarfed. And then if I see the guts, then he's not Scarfed. So I'm going to go out to the Virizion right here. I had to go with either the RNG, or I guess on the off chance too that Leo does overpredict, and it looks like he did overpredict. Crazy! Yeah, going out to Virizion right now is my play, because if I go out to Lopunny, I mean Lopunny I guess too, but if I go out to Lopunny, it will bait out more the Clefable than it will the, you know, the, yeah, if he goes out to Shaman, he has Air Slash like a bitch. Shaman is the bulky one too. That's how you also defeat Lopunny. You defeat Lopunny by letting it take chip damage, and you defeat Lopunny by bulk. If things are bulky enough to take its hits, well then, GG, hey, but at least I was able to kill off two very big threats to the Lopunny, or two very nuisances to the Lopunny. One more than the other, the Druddigon, so I was able to kill that thing off. He's gonna bring out the Clefable, so knowing this, he more than likely just wants to go, for what, like a Thunder Wave, if anything, knowing that I outspeed essentially everything. Look at Virizion right now. Boy, your head though! Flat ass head. So he didn't go out to the Swallow, so a little odd that he actually did not go out into the Swallow, that I have no switch into Gut Swallow, but knowing that, maybe he may not even be Gut Swallow, and he might just be Scarf Swallow, which is very interesting indeed. Because Swallow is like 125 base speed. That hoe is way too fast. If anything, here's what I can do, right? Because Virizion can take a Moonblast. Yep, that's 50, spot on. So here's what I can do. Click SD, but it'll probably go for the Thunder Wave. But if I click SD, I'm chilling. I'm telling you, I'm chilling. I still have the Lopunny around too, is the thing. So that's exactly why I want to click SD. If I click SD and remove this threat, I'm chilling. So I think that's my play right here. I'm just going to click SD. I initially had Substitute over. I wonder, maybe he has something for this, but he is just going to go for the Moonblast, go for the offensive approach. I'm going to be able to live one. Yep, there it is. And now we're going to get hella damage off on this boy. Like, extreme damage will be given to this right now. Because, again, nothing we do one-shots. Nothing. Leaf Blade is 81 to 95. I think exactly what I want to do here is I don't think he wants to let the thing go. Knowing Leo, he really does not want to let this thing go. Like, I feel like I could just come out into Shaman. Which I can just change up my movesets on Shaman. So I'm not worried about Shaman. If he comes out to Skuntank, I actually have no idea if that will one-shot Skuntank. It will not. Leaf Blade will still do an extreme amount of damage to Skuntank. So as of this moment right now, I want a Leaf Blade. I don't want to go for Stone Edge and miss. I don't want to go for close combat on the off chance he stays in. If anything, I want to just Leaf Blade. I don't know what Leo really wants to do here. But I'm going to click Leaf Blade. He might just go out to the Shaman, but he could even stay in here and try and soft boil it up. I guess try and make me kill myself. But then he's taking the chances then with Leaf Blade killing the next turn. So it does like 80 something to it. It does about like 80 something to it, so that's going to be a problem. But I'm looking really good right now. The Swallow is a really, I guess, not the world's bulkiest. So as of this point right now, he has a few options. I think his play here is to just go out to Swallow. Which, yep, he's going to go right out to Swallow. Oh, Scarlet is the Skuntank. He will still be taking a considerable amount of damage. So I'm fine with that. And I don't think a Sucker Punch kills me from this range. So I have no reason not to go for it again. So I'm just going to go for it again. He just brought it in just to let the thing go down. Yep, he brought it in just to let the thing go down. So I guess Skuntank isn't a problem. He also brought it in to let it go down to the Skuntank, I guess, for Aftermath, but Life Orb as well. So he brought it in essentially to kill off the Skuntank. Now I don't know if Aftermath could. I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, which I actually probably sound really stupid, so I'm gonna look this up first. I move with contact, so yeah, I probably could have gone for Stone Edge because Stone Edge isn't contact, but oh well. Looking at Leo right now, again, more and more less switch-ins. I was really hoping they would go out to the Shaman that way that, you know, I could just come out and do some serious damage. If I go into the Azumarill right now, I am going to just click Play Rough. If I go out into the Azumarill right now, I actually am going to go out to Azumarill right now. I hope he doesn't go out to Shaman. I'm really feeling Clefable since he's very, like that's his buddy. I guess you just go out to Farah, which is going to be the Swallow. So now it comes down to, because I'm choice banded, it now comes down to if I just want to stay in a Waterfall and not take the chance that, you know, if I don't take, because if I miss, I'm fucked. You know? And if you go to the Shaman, I will just actually go out into the Zapdos then. I think I have to risk the Play Rough. I have to risk the Play Rough. I can't go for Waterfall. I'm going for Play Rough. He's going to Boom Burst. Looks like he's a Spec Swallow. Ooh. Oh my god! I could have killed the Swallow! That sucks. It's literally down now to the Lopunny. He might be a Scarf Swallow. But looking at that damage, he can't be Scarfed. I don't think I won the match now. He still has the Shaman around. Is why I don't think I won the match now. Yeah, that's a little unfortunate that I missed it, but then at the same time, well, he missed a Stone Edge and then I made up for it by him getting a pair of hacks on my Kecleon, but now this is just like, it's 2-on-1 now, so it's 2-on-1. Yeah, he's definitely a Spec Swallow, and the thing is too is he is timid as well from that damage. Well, that's not even 80%, so if anything, he's definitely modest with that. I guess he just knew that he couldn't outspeed, so he wanted to get the damage off. What's unfortunate about this, too, is I have 2 mons now weak to hazards. It sucks that, you know, my Azumarill missed a player because I was overkill, but I had to do what I had to do. If anything, I probably should have gone for the Waterfall there. Had I have gone for the Waterfall there, I could have gotten a lot of damage off. So I definitely don't think he's a Scarf Swallow. Looking at the damage that he's been doing to my Azumarill, I don't think he's Scarf Swallow at all. If anything, I think he's a Spec Swallow because Modest Boom Burst is doing 76 to 89, which essentially that was my Azumarill. Which, if you really want to be technical, If you really want to be technical, if you actually, I don't know. I was going to do the math for it, but I can't remember where I lived at. So my only play right here is literally to go out into the Lopunny. I don't think he's gonna go for the, or Leo's not gonna risk the seed flare, but I'm gonna fake out. I don't lose anything doing so. I think he just let it in just to die. That thing is so frail. Yeah, he just left it in to die. Yeah, he was definitely specs. I guess that's what sucks a lot. You know what I actually could have done too? You know what I could have done? I could have actually came out into the Lopunny then, gotten considerable amount of damage, and sacked off the Zapdos earlier. Would that have helped me win? No, but it would have made the match a lot closer. And now what I'm going to do is reveal the Iron Tail. Knowing Leo, he has no reason to go for the Thunder Wave. He's just going to go for the Moonblast. As I do land the Iron Tail. Is that a crit? Or nope. That just does nice damage. Is he going to go for the Thunder Wave? Oh, Leo. He had no reason. I guess he didn't want to see me come back. But he had no reason, Leo. You had no reason. You could have just Moonblasted me. But looking at that damage, he did have a reason. He did. That actually was the better play to do, so. The Moonblast here is soft boiled up. If anything, if he Moonblast here, I'd be a little ecstatic if he does. But knowing him, I know the Shaman has Air Slash. He's gonna Moonblast here. I live one, but I'm hoping I don't get Parahaxed. Don't get Parahaxed and don't miss. Alright, cool. So, hey, at least I was able to bring it down. What's crazy about this, though, is I feel like I legitimately could have won this match. I feel like I legitimately could have won this match. I really do feel like I legitimately could have won this match. Because my Zapdos is as good as dead. So I should have sacked off the Zapdos onto Swellow. I literally kept it around for sacking and then I didn't like use it for the purpose, but yeah. He had the Dazzling Gleam there. GG's to Leo. It was a great game. It was a great game. I'm not upset about the loss at all. I guess I'm a little upset about it, though. Or not upset about it, but I'm upset that I didn't let the Zapdos go. Like, it had no reason to be alive because it dives to rocks. So in the end, rocks came down to play, but I really, like, it's interesting because the match could have been a lot closer with the Azumarill still around. You didn't see Life Orb on it, so he was definitely a bulky set. And he's definitely a bulky set, but even with a bulky set, C-Flare still has a chance to one-shot, even with the bulky set. Like, it does 93. And he outspeeds me, but it's all RNG based. Either way, that was a fun match, and I had a lot of fun with that. Brought it down to about a 1L. It was a little, you know, little rough in the beginning, very rough in the beginning actually. Had I preserved Kecleon better as well, it would have been a lot better. There was actually no reason at all for me to Volt Switch on the Druddigon. I feel like that's what made me go downhill. Had I hidden Power Ice to Druddigon, I think I would have been fine. He just went for Toxic because he probably lived the Hidden Power Ice, and you know, he definitely would have lived the Hidden Power Ice, or I'm assuming so because I didn't do the calcs for that. But I guess we could do a quick calc now. It was still a fun match, I'm not gonna lie. We brought it down to a 1-0, but yeah, looking at that, Hidden Power Ice at about like 30%. I don't know where he was at, but he looked like it's a 32 to 39, so I think it definitely would have killed from the range, and I had no reason to go for that. Absolutely no reason at all to go for that, you know? Killed it could have knocked out 2 birds with 1 stone, but Drud and Terrakion, but there's no point in looking back at it. We're now 4-2, which isn't the world's worst score, as Leo's now 5-1, but we can definitely, you know, come back next week. We fight Patters next week. So, I don't know how I feel about fighting Powers next week. We're going to just see how it does, because he 6-0'd me last season, so hopefully I am going to be able to come up with the W. Or at least I hope I do actually end up coming with the W. Fight Patters next week, and then fight Miguel, which is going to be a very, very, very tough match, but It was a fun match. Thank you guys for watching. That's gonna be it. Give the video a thumbs up. Let me hear your feedback down below. I'm down to hear anything. Again, thank you guys for 100,000 subscribers. We've hit that. I'm gonna get out of here. Goodbye.